Hi everyone, this is Janae, and I'm back today to share my December Daily 2012 with you. As promised, I did get it completed, and before I go into it, just a couple of my thoughts, I guess, to share about the whole process and the December Daily itself. This is the first year I did a December Daily, and I also did Project Life, which was also, 2012 was also my first year for Project Life. I was a little leery about doing a December Daily in conjunction with Project Life, but the way I approached it was my December Daily covers December 1 through the 25th of December. Any other days in the remaining days in December are documented in my Project Life. Also, in my Project Life, I have a sleeve in there, and I'll show you that at some point here, that says December Daily, December 1 through December 25th. And I have it referencing this album, which is my December Daily. And that was to prevent any sort of fatigue in trying to, you know, Christmas pictures and holiday pictures in December in general can just get pretty overwhelming. And I didn't want to have to do it twice. So I documented in different spots, and I didn't have much, what do you call it, duplicates in the same albums or in different albums. So that's it. The December Daily was a really fun album to do. What I realized as I was going through it was you could make this very complicated project and a lot of frills and foo-foo and spend, you know, weeks on trying to get this album done. And I think a lot of people that try to do that or try to become, like, you know, the experts at it, never really complete the project because it gets tedious, it gets old. It's kind of like, you know, doing your wedding album. It's fun to begin with, and then seriously, by page like 10, you're over it, and you know, you don't want to do it anymore. So in order to kind of combat that feeling, I kind of kept it simple. It doesn't mean I didn't embellish or I didn't do some stitching and all that good stuff. It's just that, you know, I didn't put in a lot of extras that just really didn't add to the story of our December. So that's it. So that being said, without further ado, here is my December Daily. And I showed this cover in one of my other videos, I think sometime in November. So there's that. The cover, so pretty simple, and I'm using this is a Doodlebug album, which I really liked, and in fact I'm thinking about getting a 12 by 12 and doing that, using it for my Project Life for 2013 if it kind of fits. So there it is, and then you also saw this page, which is my cover or my opening page, just kind of describing what the December Daily is and all that good stuff. And then here, that is the back of it, and this is a Studio Calico. I'm not going to go through a lot of the product I use, just because that would take forever. So just kind of overview of the album. So this is a printable from Studio Calico, though. That's the month of December, and I put our name, our last name, and then I stitched through that. This page, I just covered those up. Those are my friends' little kids, so I don't have permission to show their faces. So this was day one, and since the album wasn't going to have a whole lot of, you know, color continuity, to keep it somewhat like, you know, they're all supposed to be together, I used these crepe paper vellum numbers on every page. I did not switch to using different numbers. So that's the whole continuity throughout the album. You'll see all of my numbers 1 through 25 are the crepe paper numbers. So here it is, day one. My husband started taking down Christmas decorations, and then we went to the parade for the lighting of the Christmas tree in our town with some friends and their kids, so that was fun. On the 2nd, we went and got our Christmas tree. Get that a little closer. And here you'll see my new obsession. So I got my typewriter for Christmas, and everything in this December Daily, as far as documentation, is typed. So that's why, too, I wanted to wait until I got my typewriter out to complete this project. So day 2, got the Christmas tree, decorated it, so documented that. Day 3, which there's the little 3, this was me getting our Christmas cards kind of made, and then I put a picture of them all like in the envelope, stuffed, ready to go to the mail. And this was a cutout from my Cameo. So day 4 is kind of like all of this. It's like this, both this and the next page, and it's just kind of like the decor around our house. So I collect snowmen, so I got a lot of snowmen in the house, and I'll leave those up pretty much through the end of January because it's winter, it's not just Christmas. But I'll move, of course, the Merry Christmas basket. And this page, this is our mantle over one of our fireplaces, in the stockings. So, and then this is just a badge. This page, this Merry and Bright, I cut from my silhouette, and this is a part of that, what's it called, 25-day, the Studio Calico class. They had some free cutouts for the silhouette, so that's what I used there. And then here I printed out, just on some photo paper, my favorite song, which is O Come Emmanuel. I love that song, Christmas song. I guess not just a Christmas song, but I love it around Christmas. And then I did my journaling here again, with typewriter. Love it. And so that was all day 4. Day 5 is my husband, and he is making an ornament. It's a Pinterest idea. We used the trunk of our tree, and when we got our tree at Lowe's, we had the guy cut off like a, you know, I don't know, maybe a 3/4 of an inch part of the trunk, and then my husband brought it home and he sanded it down, and I stamped on it, and then we sprayed it to seal it, and then he made a little hole here, and then we put it on a Christmas tree, and I just stamped our Christmas tree 2012. So it's an actual part of that Christmas tree, and it's an ornament now we'll keep. So, and then here is my typewriting font, which I love. The only thing is I haven't quite learned how to do, I mean, I'm sure it's super simple, and I just need to read the little manual, but it's all in lowercase, because I didn't take the time to change anything from upper to lowercase. So next page, we went to the lighting of the Christmas tree on the military post where my husband works, and so I got a picture here of the general and just a little talk about it. And then over here is our it's the little brochure thing they gave you. I stuck that in there, and I did some stitching here. What this was is this was a whole sleeve, so I just cut it off and then I stitched down here so that it fit this thing perfectly. So that was a really fun event. We sang a lot of Christmas carols and stuff. So, and then, yeah, so that was cool. And this paper right here is actually out of an old hymnal that my neighbor gave me from her grandma. It's like the hymnal's like 100 years old, but I used a few pieces of it throughout my December daily. So there's that. So that's the insert for that. Here, covered up my friends' faces again, their kids' faces, I guess. December 7th, we had a game night, so we had some friends come over, and it was kind of a Christmassy game night because I bought gifts for the kids and stuff, and so they had presents to open, so that was fun. It was a fun night. So that's that. The 8th, we went to the Nutcracker Ballet. My husband here looking rather enthused about being at the Nutcracker Ballet. But it was really, really good, and I'm really happy we went. And they had these little ornaments for sale, and they were like $3, and they're ceramic. I think they're so cute. I don't know if you can't, my camera won't focus, but so I was really excited for $3. What a nice little souvenir. And put that on the tree and took a picture of it. And then this is, of course, the insert from the ballet there. The 9th, on the 9th, this was, like I had mentioned before, I went to college in Minnesota. My husband's from Minnesota, so a lot of our family and friends, our very best friends, are still in Minnesota. So this day, Minnesota got their first snowstorm, and these are pictures from our college campus. I went to an all-girls school and my husband went to the all-boys school. And this is a picture of the top one is a picture of from St. Ben's, which is the all-girls school, and then St. John's, the all-boys school, is down here. And just kind of documented it because I remembered some really cold Januaries on campus and just have some great college memories. So that happened on the 9th, so of course I included that because that's the only snow we're going to get as far as my December daily because we live in Tennessee. Here, just attempted to do that holiday bouquet, or however you say it, whatever. So attempted to do that. I don't know how great it came out. They kind of look like little Pac-Men, but whatever. Made an attempt, and so we did that on the 10th, and these gold thickers, yeah, I love them. And then of course, again, keeping with, you know, the crate paper. Okay, I also like crate and barrel. With crate paper numbers, and then there's stitched some red stitching through that. And then here is our Christmas tree and like the mantle and all that good stuff. This is Christmas. Actually, we took this picture. I don't know. This picture wasn't exactly taken on the 11th, but I included it on the 11th because I had nothing else to put there for that day. So, and then one of those old hymnal pages, and it's not a Christmas song, it's just a song I really, really like. So I found it in that old hymnal and I put it in there and I stitched around it and called it good. December 12th, which was the big day, 12/12/12. So we got sushi for dinner, and it was really, really good. We got the, I don't know how many of you like sushi, but I love sushi. And we got the hot boy and the sexy girl rolls, and they were good. And then also I got my Studio Calico Secret Santa gift this day. And she sent me some amazing stuff. Yeah, it was a pretty fun thing to be a part of. Okay, so the 13th, I had a spouse's Christmas party. So this is me and a couple of my friends, and I just kind of talked about it. The 14th, I just took a picture of a one of this little soldier we have in our house. It's actually an heirloom for my husband's side of the family. His grandparents did not grow up wealthy at all. So this was this little toy. It's like a heavy metal, but it's like a little piggy bank. And this was the only gift she got as a child for Christmas. So when she passed away, she put it in a box and she specifically labeled it for my husband and that he was to get it. So we used to just put it up during Christmas, but it's really special. So we kind of keep it up all year round now. So I just kind of journal a little bit about that. This is a Christmas party we went to, and apparently I was having so much fun, I took 0 pictures. So at the end of the night, I grabbed this one picture because I needed something, and I threw it in there. But the party was really fun, and I say that here. Hence, not a lot of pictures. Over here, again, really simple, on the 16th of December, my husband was messing around with his camera and snapped some pictures of our kitty. She's so pretty, and she poses so well. So that's what we did there. 17th, we took a picture of Christmas cards, and again, this is some of that, what's this? Music paper from that old hymnal, that 100-year-old hymnal, and it's Herald Angels is what it's called in that hymnal, but it's Hark the Herald Angels Sing, but it's called Herald Angels. I didn't realize that. Huh. Anyway, and then those are Christmas cards. I keep them in this little dealio that I hang in like our kitchen by our pantry, and I put them all in there. So we got some really cute cards this year. Here, just on the 18th, documenting 2 of my favorite Christmas movies. Christmas Vacation, I watch every year. I either watch it as we're decorating the tree, or I watch it as I am being Santa and wrapping gifts. And then The Christmas Story we watch every Christmas morning before we open our gifts. Or sometimes it's on during, you know, kind of depends. And use some thickers. The 19th, we got these 2 cards, and I loved these 2 cards. This church here in particular, there's a church not far from our house that looks exactly like this. It's a tiny little white church with this red door, and it's just got so much character, and it's probably really old. But it's, you know, I love these 2 cards for, you know, for the reasons that it kind of gives you the true meaning of Christmas. So here, I just took a picture of our nativity in our house. I just have one of those willow tree nativity scenes, and I called it The True Meaning of Christmas. And here, we lived in Alaska. Specifically, we lived in North Pole, Alaska. And so on this day, I snapped on my phone what the temperature was in North Pole. And yes, that would be -44. So yes, we've lived through 3 of those winters. I've lived through a January where it was 55 below zero, or 50 below zero for the entire month of January. And yeah, I still love everything about Alaska, including the extremely cold weather. And then also this night, we went to the Opryland Hotel, which is by the Grand Ole Opry. Like I said, I live in Nashville, or just outside of Nashville, and we took a picture by their Christmas tree. So there's that. So that was the 21st. The 22nd, back to the Grand Ole Opry I went with my neighbor, and this is the guitar in the front of the Grand Ole Opry, right there. And we went to see the Rockettes. It was a awesome show. It was just my neighbor and I. My husband didn't go because he'd already endured the Nutcracker, so he didn't come to the Rockettes, but it was an amazing show, and those girls can dance, so that was fun. And then at the end of the show, they did an entire, like, living nativity. Like, the last 20 minutes of it was the whole story of Christmas and, like, the birth of Christ, and, like, there were real donkeys on the stage. I mean, it was incredible. Real, like, sheep, and the costumes were amazing. So if you ever have a chance to see this, do it. Here, this one's called Santa's Workshop, and this is my husband in the garage making, on the 23rd, making one of my Christmas presents, which was a 3 floating shelves in our, like, room. We have a really large room upstairs. It's kind of like an entertainment room, and it was to put all of my DVDs on because I used to collect DVDs, so I kind of wanted to display them. So he's building me a shelf, so I called it Santa's Workshop because he is my Santa. Christmas Eve is kind of a big deal for us. It's actually probably my most favorite day of December, Christmas Eve. And here's a picture of us dressed up in our living room just before we headed to church for candlelight service. And then I snapped a picture of the church when everybody was outside. I felt kind of weird doing it, but, you know, in the name of scrapbooking, had to get a picture of the church. And I saw some other people doing it, so maybe they were doing December dailies too, who knows. But that's that, and I documented a little bit about that and how we so enjoy the candlelight service. It's just, it's an amazing time. So, and then here is the, oh, why can't I remember it right now? You know what I mean. There, and then here is also Christmas Eve. My husband is making our lunch, which is Coney Islands. We eat Coney Islands every Christmas Eve. It's a tradition from his side of the family, and I happen to really like Coney Islands, which I don't know if you know what Coney Islands are, but it's basically a, like, meat sauce. It's not spaghetti sauce. It's not chili. It's kind of like heavy ketchup, a lot of onions, meat sauce, and we use deer meat this year. And then also you then get like some really nice buns with some like really nice hot dogs, and you throw the meat sauce on top, and it's really, really good. And did the typing, use some of those Studio Calico trees and emboss them with the Zing embossing powder. And then here, cookies for Santa, which, okay, no, we don't have kids, so we did not leave the cookies out all night. I actually baked those, like, I don't know, Christmas Eve, like, in the middle of the day, and we ate them all. They're like the Paula Deen ones. Very good. But we do have a Santa plate, but we did eat them all before we left them out and rot overnight. And then that's me. After church, we come back and we open our stockings. And that's the only thing we open on Christmas Eve. All the other gifts wait till Christmas Day. My husband grew up opening all his presents on Christmas Day, but I didn't like that. So our tradition is Christmas Eve, we do stockings. Christmas Day, we do gifts and Santa gifts. So there I am, pretty excited about what I got in my stocking apparently. And then the 25th goes without saying, Merry Christmas, and we took some pictures with our gifts and our cat, and then we, I think, fell asleep for the rest of the day. So there it is. It was a fun project. I did it. I'm happy about it. So yeah, next year, if you're thinking about do it, I would say, you know what, do it once. You should try everything once. So I hope you enjoyed. I will be back probably later to show my Studio Calico kit, which comes in. Hopefully it's on the truck for delivery, so I should get it today, and I will share that with you guys. Other than that, have a wonderful day. If you have any questions, please let me know. Bye-bye.